Hey, high levelers, Rayo Daniel here. In this video, I'm going to introduce a great new piece of software called Pageport. Now, Pageport, it integrates with the GoHighlevel platform and allows you to create custom, individualized lead web pages for each lead that you get. And I found out about this when I attended the GoHighlevel National Convention last year in 2023. Frank Kern was on stage and Frank was talking about how his team uses this software to customize their sales process. And after taking a look at it, I haven't used it personally, but taking a look at it here, a lot of the great features that they have, I can actually implement. And I'm going to show you in this video how to do it for free inside of the GoHighlevel platform. Before we get started, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe link below. I always appreciate your support. And as always, if you find the video useful, please give it a like and support the channel. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And let's hop into it. So Pageport allows you to share this real quick. Hey, real quick, guys, if you're looking to start your own software company, then click on my free course in the link below. I'm going to teach you 8 ways that you can start your own software company very easily with no money out of pocket, no experience, and absolutely no tech skills. Check it out. Click the link below, and let's get back to the video. Pageport allows you to, first of all, this is their website, pageport.com. This is a paid software. It does integrate with HighLevel, and right now it's about $150 a month from my understanding. But if you want to get the full version with all the bells and whistles, then by all means, go buy the software. It integrates with HighLevel very well, and just do that. But if you don't want all the bells and whistles of the particular software and you just want sort of a light version, meaning you just want to have a customizable website or web page for each one of your leads that you can automate and you can send directly through the workflows inside of HighLevel, I'm going to walk you through how I built this inside of HighLevel. I've included it in my snapshot. If you're an affiliate, if you are looking to sign up for HighLevel and you use my affiliate link below to sign up for your free trial and sign up for HighLevel, you get all of this for free inside of my snapshot. If you have not, then there are several components that I'm going to walk through. You can build this. It's going to take you a few hours, but it's going to be well worth your time once you get this implemented, because this thing is going to run and work like a charm and allow you to continue to move forward, giving you your leads that extra special deal, giving them a personalized, customized web page that's just for them. So let's hop into it, and let me just show you. If you fill this out here on the page, the full name and phone number, they're going to send you sort of a text link, and this is the page that you're going to get. Notice if you look here, it's a very basic page, but it's a great sales page. Notice the biggest thing right off the bat here is this. They customize the page with your name. Now, just to let you know, this video is not customized. It's not like an AI video where it says, "Hi, Ray," and it doesn't do that. The only thing that really gets customized is this particular section here, and I'm going to show you how you can accomplish that same thing inside of HighLevel. So you might want to get some pen and paper and some notes if you haven't signed up using my affiliate link, because there are going to be several components regarding this. You might want to watch this video more than once. There are, again, several things, several funnels. There's some trigger links, there's workflows, there's forms, there's a lot of different things that goes into building this solution. And what I've done is I've actually created a scenario where I'm going to show you at least one example of how you can use this. So I know I'm going to get ahead of myself here, but this is the basic page that they have. Pretty good. So I'm going to hop over here into the sample demo site that I've got, and I'm going to go into the sites area, and I'm going to pull up this particular funnel that I've created here. Now, this is a funnel, and one of the features that, first of all, let me explain this. If Pageport has a lot of great features. One of the features it has is the ability to create templates. So you can have, let's just say you sell 3 different products. So you can have a template for product 1, where the web page, has your video, customizes it for them, and could have sales copy and other things under it that allows you to sell that particular product. Product 2 would then have a different template with different copy and so forth, but you still want to be able to customize the name on that particular page. And again, I'm going to show you how to do that. So this right here is a funnel where each template is really just a step in the funnel. Now, how we accomplish, creating a different web page for each person is you create one funnel, you assign that funnel a high-level URL, and for the most part, I would suggest a subdomain of your primary business URL. It could be, sales.mydomain.com, something like that, but you want to assign the funnel a high-level domain, because that's going to make it very easy when you start creating links later on when we cover the trigger link setup. So each step in here is its own template. Now, with each step, you can simply go over here to the publishing tab and actually give it whatever site name that you want. So if you called it, sales.mydomain.com, this template would be /template1. Template 2 would be /template 2, or product 1, product 2, whatever it is that you do in your particular business. So this is a way that you can set up one funnel that has literally an unlimited number of steps or unlimited number of templates that you can create. And then you could just simply clone one funnel step to another if you want to make the creation process go much, much faster. So this is how we've got it set up here. And I actually do, in this example, have this set up at a high level. So what I want to do is I want to get this stuff set up here. I've got this set up for, I believe I call it greetings. And right now, if you take a look at it here, the main website is blank. Now, this right here is, typically if you send somebody to like a website / template one, somebody could go through and change the URL and go back to the root domain to see, kind of what's available on the root domain. So this could be about your business. It could be a sales plug, something like that. Or, you might even have this redirected, to your business site. I don't know, however you want to handle that, but for this example, I left it blank and just let you create whatever you want to from the home page. Now, one of the things you can do here is if you look at, if we do template one and type this in, template one, this is a very basic page. What I've tried to do is just kind of copy the top part of this where it says the video, hi, notice that it has the customization, but this page actually has the customization too, because up here at the top, I'm going to show you how you can send the name of the client or the lead along with the URL. I'm going to show you how to do that. That's typically called a query string, or even in high level, I believe they call it a query key. But again, it's not technical. That's actually handled in the trigger link area, and I'll make sure I pay close attention to show you how to do that. Now, this right here, you can build out whatever you want for the particular page, but right now I just try to mimic the top part of this page where you have a video, hi, you've got the little hand waving emoji, and then like a little message. And this message is, thank you for signing up for our webinar. Maybe this is something after the webinar that you once people attend, then when the webinar is over, you send this like a free gift to give them something, and the video could have some additional information and maybe some additional sales copy, if they didn't buy on the webinar or something like that. So anyway, you've got this, and each template is basically going to be the same. So right now, each template, as I go through template one, I'm going to go and switch to template two. It's the same page. All I did was change the background just so that you could see it was a different page. So template two can be a completely different page layout than template one, then template three, and so forth. So, and again, just one more thing, I only got 3 of them here that I've configured. So if you go to 3, and notice the background of this one is going to be changed as well. And now that you've got a high-level domain that's going to go to this funnel, creating is as easy as just creating another step in that funnel. So that right there solves the problem of how you can create an unlimited number of custom templates using the GoHighlevel platform. So I'm going to leave that up and come over here and now we're going to exit out of this. Now this is what you're going to send people to. Now what we need to talk about is how are you actually going to set up your sales process? Like, exactly what part of your sales process do you want to sit back and send them a text message or an email link that's going to send them to this personalized page? So I kind of started at the end. Now I'm going to backtrack to look at the beginning. So to give you an example here, what I'm doing is I'm just going to walk you through a scenario and try to help you along the way, customize this for your particular business, and hopefully you'll get enough ideas that you'll be able to quickly and easily do this depending upon what your product or service is. Now, the example here is we have a free MacBook training course. I'm a Mac user. I have to admit it. I always have been. So here we've got a MacBook training funnel. So I'm going to open this up and I'm just going to show you what this looks like here. So this is nothing spectacular. I'm using just sort of the new image slider to go over, some of the MacBook stuff and things like that. Sign up today for our advanced MacBook training. This is an opt-in form, first name, last name, email. And what I've done here, and this is a great trick and like little hack if you want to. This years of MacBook experience right here, I'm going to blow this up. Years of MacBook experience is a custom field that I created that in turn, and I'm going to tell you how I use it, but then I'm going to give you an example real quick of how you can use it. But depending on what option somebody selects, I'm going to send them to a different template. Okay, so this could be, what product are you interested in? Product A, product B, product C, or service A, service B, service C. And depending upon the service they pick, then you can direct them to the right template, which of course has the right sales copy, the right video that you want at the top of the page for that particular product or service. Now, to create this form, it's very simple. We're going to take a quick look at it, but that's all this thing is an image slider, a little subheading, and then an opt-in form. That's it. So from this, now what we're going to end up getting is we're going to go over here to the forms area in the form builder, and I've just called this form, cleverly enough, opt-in form. So right now, if we take a look at this, I've created all these fields and I have made them all mandatory. So here, and again, part of this is if you want to, I guess I should have added like a little compliance area in here. I know that's a big thing and I should have done this, where I probably won't even bother with it right now. But yeah, you need to add the little compliance section here that just says, hey, it's okay if we text and email you and it's a check mark at the bottom of the screen, but I just didn't on this particular video. So all this is an opt-in form with a couple of built-in fields and one custom field. That's it. Pretty straightforward, easy to do. You can do that in a few minutes. Now, what I want to tell you is you can implement this entire solution I'm going over in just a few hours. if you have your tech person watch this, they could recreate this, they could do this very quickly and easily. And again, if you sign up with High Level using my link below, you get all of this. You don't have to do any of this. I give you a ton of other stuff with this. This is just one little small feature that I'm giving to all the people that sign up under me, because I want to give you more and more features that you can in turn take this system and deploy to a client if you want to. That's a cool thing. Not just use it for yourself, but if your client prospects, leads, they can use this exact same system, and you can deploy this directly to their sub account as well using my snapshot. So once inside the sites here, what we're going to take a look at here is go to the marketing, and now we're going to take a look at the trigger links. So one of the things I want to show you, you probably can't see this on this particular page, but on this page, one of the things that we do to get maybe it's probably be better if I do the trigger links here. So I've got several trigger links configured. If you look down here at the bottom, I'm going to try to blow this up a little bit. Okay, so right now I call this personal page view template 1, template 2, template 3. That's just what I called it. You can call your trigger links whatever you want to. The biggest thing I want to sit back and show you here is in this link, if you go HTTPS greetings, this is sort of the high level domain that you configure, and then / template 1. Remember, we always know that URL because we configured it when we set up the funnel. The biggest thing you want to do here is put this little question mark. Okay, then you use the word name, and I'll show you why it has to be the word name on this one here, or you could change it. You just also have to change it on the funnel. I'll show you where to do that, but you have to use name equals, and then you can insert the high level, bracket contact.first_name, which is just high level pulls the first name from the contact record, puts it into the trigger link, and then sends it off to them. And that's all you have to do to set up the personalization part of the page. Now, you would want to create a different trigger link for each template that you have. Okay, now you don't have to create a trigger link. You can manually do this if you want to. I'm doing trigger links because I'm going to show you inside of the workflow area how you can actually have a workflow that's triggered off of somebody clicking on that link. Because think about it, if you're in sales and you send somebody this either via text or via an email, wouldn't you want to know if they clicked and looked at that personalized video? Wouldn't that mean that person is a little bit more interested than somebody that didn't? And if they did click on the trigger link, then what? How do you want to notify your team or your sales team to follow up with that lead first? Because that person's obviously raised their hand and said, hey, I'm interested. Let me take a look at this. So anyway, that's one of the things that you can configure, and that's the reason why I set it up this way, so that you have the ability to be able to track this and give more. You can, because it's all built into High Level. All of this is free for you to implement. Once you do it once, then that's all you have to do. So if you ever want to go create another template, it's just as easy as cloning a step in the funnel, creating a new step in the funnel, giving the step, a path name / whatever it is, product 4, whatever you want to call it. And then now creating a trigger link where you just simply copy the existing trigger link that you have, change that, from product 3 to product 4, and leave everything else the same, and you're good to go. It's really just that easy to implement a new template inside of the High Level platform whenever you build it. So the building is really the hardest part, depending on how much stuff you want to put in it. Now, I know I keep yapping, but let's go take a look at the automation section here. Now, for the automation section, this is kind of where you start pulling everything together. So here in this example, somebody's going to come in here and they're going to fill out this form. Okay, they're going to fill out this, implement this, and say, I want my years of experience. I've got 1 to 2 years of experience, and they're going to sign up. The calendar page is just going to show up, say, thank you for signing up, and that's really it. But what happens behind the scenes? So here in the Pageport funnel, I've got 3 workflows, and I'm going to explain what each one of these are for. The primary one is this one right here, Pageport opt-in workflow. Now, for this, the trigger is simply a form submitted. That's the great thing about this. It's just a simple form that they submitted, an opt-in form. So you just, on the opt-in form, somebody signs in for this, what they're going to do is you're going to have an if statement. And the if statement is going to determine inside of this section here, how many years of experience, what option did they select here, first, second, or third? That's really what's being determined here. So if you determine 0 to 1, then this is years of MacBook experience is what I call the custom field. Now, if you want to, you can always get to a custom field by clicking contact details and just scrolling down, and you'll see the custom field in here. I've got a lot of them here, so let me find it again. So years of MacBook experience. I'm just going to say is, and then it's going to give you the option of choosing all of the 3 different options that you have set up for the custom value. So setting this up is very, very easy to do. We're just going to select 0 to 1. Here we see 1 to 2, and here we see 2+. Good enough. Now that we've got that, we've got 3 different breakouts that people can go, 3 different paths, depending upon what option that they selected. Now, all of these emails are basically going to be the same. The only thing that's going to be different in this, and these could be SMS messages, these could be anything that you want to do inside of high level, any element or action that you want to configure. I'm just doing a simple email that you're emailing them. So I just call it special gift for you because everybody likes gifts and it's probably going to have a high open rate if you do that. Now here you're going to see you can customize it, John, or in this case, Ray. Ray, you have signed up for our MacBook training. We want to give you a gift to say thank you. You can look at it here. I know, pretty lame copy, but come on, give me a break. This is an example. I'm trying to set the scenario up for you. But one of the great things you can do inside of an email is click on this little button right here, and that's going to pull up sort of a link to a trigger link. So notice down here, I can now assign this trigger link. Instead of having this big old long link inserted into the email, I can hide this link inside of text by highlighting the text and simply choosing what link list to select it to. So notice here, all of the trigger links that we have configured are available. I'm just going to choose template 1. So right now when they click on this, it's going to link them to template 1. If I come here and select this one, this is the second option. I click on this link. Of course, it's exactly what you think. You're going to go to template 2 here. And again, template 3 to template 3. So again, once you set this up, and if you ever want to add another template, you would of course come in here and you would go to your experience. If that's the case, if you have a different option, maybe choose a different path, but all you're doing is adding one additional path to this and then setting up what the email looks like for those people. So again, this is just a framework for how to set this up, but they submit the form, they come in here, an email gets kicked off, boom. Now, this is where I don't know your sales process. Like, where is it that you really communicate with people? Like, for instance, if you're having a webinar, you might wait until after the webinar, and then you might have high level say, hey, after this, you might time it so that it sends these all out to people. And it could be selected on multiple of different things, depending on how your business is set up. But this is where you're going to have to come in and help me out with implementing some of your business process into this. I'm just trying to give you enough in this scenario to help you associate it with your own sales process. So that's really it. I mean, that's it. Now, when you send an email out, that email, of course, will go out. Now you can check the open rate on that one. You can check all the other statistics of it. You can go through, and if somebody clicks on that link now what do we do? Okay, what if they click on that link and they go see this custom page that they've got right here that says, hi, Ray. You see what I mean? So now we're sending that name over with it, and now the page gets customized, and now we have everything else in there. So you're really, implementing the same type of process that's in Pageport. It's just not the full version for this one here. So this is still pretty cool if you just, take the time to get this set up. It is a pretty cool system. So let's take a look at these trigger links. If you've ever done this, this is pretty straightforward. Now, for this one right here, I've set up multiple triggers to this workflow, no pun intended here. But no matter how many trigger links, I'm saying, all of these trigger links, no matter which one is clicked, will activate this workflow. Now, you don't have to do it this way. You can create, trigger link for template 1 activation, trigger link for template 2 activation, and just have one trigger for that particular trigger link. You could if you want to, but here in this example, if you don't have a whole lot of them, it might be better just to put all of that logic in one and have one place to customize it instead of having 3, 4, 5 different workflows. You have to go and update all of them if you ever make a change. So here, click on this. It's pretty straightforward. All this is doing is trigger link for the filters. You're just saying you're choosing what trigger link. Here you're selecting what trigger link in the list that you want to catch. So here we have template 2, template 3, and template 1. So any one of those, if any one of these 3 trigger links are clicked, this workflow fires. This template right here, this if statement comes through and just says which one of these triggers were fired. That's going to choose the path, which trigger it was. So here, if you ever take a look at it, you could just select this drop-down list, choose workflow trigger is, and then it gives you a list, and it gives you all the triggers in the workflow to choose. So right now I'm just choosing template 1, and I did the same with template 2 and template 3. So that's how each one of these are broken out. And all you have to do is come down here to each one of these and determine what is your sales process. If they click template 1, then you may notify a particular user that's responsible for that product or service. Template 2 could be a different person, or a different team. I don't know. But this is where you would just simply input your logic, and boom, as soon as they click the trigger link, this thing flows through, your team gets notified. Maybe the salesperson waits an hour, then calls them, does a cold call. Hey, I saw you watched our webinar and I wanted to check back with you and see how you are about our services. Well, if they've obviously clicked on that link, then they were interested, probably watched the video. Now, one thing I will give a good plug here for Pageport. Pageport has a lot of great on-site statistics. So if you're really interested in how long they were on the page, what buttons or what objects they clicked on and what they did while they were on the page, if you want that level of analytics, then you're going to have to buy the full version of Pageport because High Level just doesn't have that available. Pageport is a place to go. They also have a lot of other great things besides templates. They allow you to do create custom videos inside of their software platform, but go check them out. Schedule a calendar view if you're really interested in the full version. This is what I just is called like a light version. So it gives you some of the base features, but not like the higher level bells and whistles. So anyway, that's all there is for trigger links, for activating it and when somebody clicks on a link. Now, we talked about analytics just a minute ago. So right now, one of the things I want to show you is just at least something that HighLevel can do, and that is the video tracking. Now, video tracking, I already have a YouTube video about video tracking, how to utilize it, but I want to create a workflow here to just show you, you create a trigger for this, and you come through and say, okay, I'm going to track this funnel, and the funnel is the Pageport alternate funnel that we looked at here. The video is, it's just called Woman Bicycle, because that's what, it's what this little thing right here is. Just, I pulled it off the internet here. So anyway, that's the video I put up there. So this is the video that's being tracked. Now, what it does here is simply an if statement that says, if the person watched it less than 50%, up to 50% of the video, then go take them down one path. If they watched more than 50%, then take them down another path, because that would be great information to know. So let's just say somebody, just follow me on this one here. Let's just say somebody clicked the link in the email to go watch the page. Number one, the other workflow that we just looked at here is going to fire, and your team is going to be notified. Now, you probably might want to wait. Let's just say you have a 10-minute video on that page. In order for this statistic, this workflow to fire, that person's going to have to sit back and do something on the page. They're going to have to watch the video plays, and you might even have to give your salespeople more than 10 minutes, or probably even more than that, in order for the entire process to catch up and this workflow to fire, because this workflow is going to have to wait until they actually watch the end of the video, or depending on how much of the video they're going to watch, before it actually fires. Now, if they watch more than 50%, then you could send your team another internal message if you want, or text saying, hey, this contact, not only did they click the link, but they watched more than 50% of the video, so this person's really excited about the product or service. You could make that kind of generalization, but I just wanted to sit back and show you these are the workflows that you can implement that gives you some of the basic functionality, tracking, a little bit of analysis tracking on the page. You could probably do some other clever things if you want to, but ultimately, this is the basic system that you could set up to represent sort of this Pageport software features that would give each one of your leads a custom page. So all you need to do is create one template, one funnel page, one page in that step in that funnel, and you can send, for any product or service. The name doesn't matter, because you're sending the name with that particular link, and that's what creates this name here at the top. Remember, that trigger link has name equals contact at first _ name. So you're sending that with it, which is going to populate this field right here. Now, I did want to sit back. One thing I forgot to tell you here is to come in here to the funnel. And if you ever want to, I'm just going to pick a particular funnel step, but if you ever wanted to change the trigger link name from something other than name, like let's just say you want to go from name to call it first name, you have to make sure you change this bracket right here, because this bracket right here is what is actually looking in that URL string, and it's going to pull that query key or that query string out of the URL and put it on the page. So if you call it anything else, you're going to have to, anything other than name, you're going to have to come here and create a bracket and call it whatever it is that you're sending that direction. So I did want to make sure I go back to that and point that out to you, because I did tell you I was going to do that. But guys and girls, I hope you thought this was informational. If you did, share this particular video here. I think Pageport is a great software, but they also have some features that can be replicated very easily inside of HighLevel. Once you set this thing up, it would be a great base system to use. And again, if you want the more advanced features, check them out, maybe give a call. But having, when Frank Kern was on stage and said, hey, Pageport, we use this software to really give that customized look and feel to our clients, I'm like, man, I got to check this out, because Frank is a serious marketer. This guy knows how to do sales and knows how to follow up. And if he's using this tool, then it's obviously going to be worth it. So I just want to give you guys something like that you can use inside of HighLevel. And again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please hook me up before you leave. Subscribe. I'm looking to grow this channel. YouTube likes it when you interact, when you leave a comment. Forget this. Oh, by the way, comments. If you do have any questions or anything else regarding this particular video, how to do something, whatever, leave it in the comments. I do check them every couple of days. Just give me a few days to respond back to you, but I always try to. And again, if you're looking to sign up for HighLevel, you don't need to do any of this, because you get this inside of my snapshot. Just sign up using the free link below to create your free account. And guys, thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.